Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining in to the Bronco Fast. I was thinking about something the other day after my track weekend. The more I thought about it, wanted to talk to everybody about it. It's something that I almost got ran off the road during the event because someone wasn't paying attention. So I wanted to talk to you about track etiquette, especially when you're going to an HPTE event or if you're in a solo event with some rules like pass by and things like that. There's certain things that you need to be courteous about when on track because we're all at a high rate of speed. And if you don't know what you're doing, it's going to make a bad day for everybody. So before I get into that, like I said, thanks again for joining the channel. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, join the team, be part of the party. I appreciate it, and we'll be sending some more videos. So as we're talking track day etiquette, there are certain things that you need to be aware of, especially if it's your first time at the track, you've been there a bunch of times, you've classed up. There are certain things that you just want to be careful with doing, right? So one of the biggest common mistakes that you see people do when they first get into a track day event, this is their first time out, they've got an instructor with them. Maybe they don't, they've leveled up a little bit, they've got still a little coaching, an instructor with them as well. Is that first one, it is not paying attention, not looking in your mirrors, not looking in your side mirrors, your the top mirror to see who's behind you. You don't know who's behind you, so you're going to take probably a wonky line. You're learning, you're going a little slow, and you're holding people up, and that gets really frustrating because a lot of events, they will group class 1 and 2, HPD 1, HPD 2 together, and some guys are getting faster, and then they get behind someone for half a lap that is not looking in their mirrors. Their instructor hasn't told them to look in their mirrors, and they hold everybody up. And when you finally look up and go, oh mama, there's like 7 cars behind me, people are getting frustrated. So you can see in this video, this is exactly what happens. And as you can see, the Subaru driver just wasn't paying attention, wasn't looking in the mirrors. The guy behind him clearly was faster, and you could see how frustrating he was getting because he was out on a Sunday drive, and the guys ahead of him probably were giving it the beans. Maybe they thought they were going super fast, but obviously it was holding people off. So obviously what you do in that situation, if you're really frustrated, if you're near the pits, go cycle through the pits. Just take a cruise through there, get back out on track, and get back after it. That's something that will help. Or possibly lay off the gas for a little while, maybe half a lap, which is no fun, but it's something you could do so you can get back into it. So the other thing that we see commonly happen at track days, and this actually just happened to me, is the people who like to drag race down the straights but are so slow in the corners, it's not even funny. You see it all the time. You see it constantly. And it's so frustrating when you are a faster car. In every corner, your laps are faster. You could be 5-6 seconds faster a lap than the guy in front of you. But man, once he hits the straightaway, boom, he takes off because, woo, I've got a fast car. It's so fast, but he hits the corners and you're right up on his bumper. Check out this video. You can see this. This is extremely frustrating because I know the gentleman in this S2000 is extremely fast, and this is the most frustrating thing because he's a very good driver. And this guy just out there wouldn't let him by, was getting in his way. So check out that video. And you could see, right, how frustrating that is. That is extremely frustrating because, yes, you might have the big, crazy fast car, but if you don't know how to use it and you're out with the guys who really are fast, you're out with the instructor group, this is open passing and you're constantly on the brakes too early, cutting people off, again, not looking in your mirrors or not realizing what you should be doing. That is super frustrating, and that's how we get into accidents very, very quickly. And as you could see, at one point he just pulled over and said, you know, I'll go slow for a minute because, you know, this guy won't let me by, and he keeps going as fast as he can in the straights, but he's not very fast. So that can be very, very, very frustrating. So that's, again, another thing you want to look for as a driver. Is the guy behind me constantly on my butt or rear bumper in the corners? Is he always there when I look in the mirror? And when I go in the straights, I pull away from him. Maybe let him by. Let him by. Take your foot off the gas. Point him by. Just let him know, hey, go by me. Get after it. Go do your thing. And then, speaking of that same situation, there is something that happens all the time. And I saw this a lot at the event I was just at, is when you're in a group that has point buys still, if you see this out the window or that out the window, if you see someone give a point buy and you're the driver that gave the point buy, let the guy by, take your foot off the gas for a second, let the person that's faster, that's behind you, take the point by that you gave them, because there's nothing worse than someone gives you a point by, you go to pass them and they want to drag race you down the straight or drag race you into the next corner. That makes for a bad situation. You can see what happened to me right here. So as you can see, the guy gives me the point by. I stayed back. I'm a little bit more of a courteous driver. I don't like to be right on someone's bumper because it can scare a more novice driver, someone who's not used to that. And about a quarter of the track, I could see this car was dancing all over. It was tail happy under braking. It just seemed like, okay, maybe this person shouldn't be in this run group. And as you can see, he gives me the point by and then immediately is trying to drag race me all the way down into Bishop's Bend. And Bishop's Bend is not a place that you don't want to be set up for the corner. You want to make sure that you are going to get the outside to the inside, outside. And as you can see, drag races me all the way into the inside corner where I slam on the brakes. And guess what he does? Slams on the brakes as well. I hop the curb and kind of put my hand out the window. And luckily, the corner worker saw the whole thing, pointed at him. He got flagged, went in the pits, and they put him down at a lower level, which was kind of scary for me because I'm thinking, why are you drag racing me? You just gave me the point by, and then, you know, to have to hop the curb and slam on the brakes, and he does the same thing. It's so frustrating. It was very, very frustrating. Luckily, no one got in an accident. So that is something that you just, if you're going to give a point by, let the person by. Just give them the chance to get by you. And finally, we've all been out there and seen this guy. You could be an HPDE event. You could be at a solo. You could still have rules going on, and there's always the guy that wants to race you, right? Or he thinks he's racing. I'm sorry. He thinks we're out there to race, right? But he thinks he's racing. He thinks he's going to win $1,000 for first place and get the big trophy and pour champagne all over himself. And that is probably one of the worst people to be out there with, because you are not racing. You're out there to learn. You're out there to have fun. If you want to race, get in the race group. If you want to do those kind of things, they have race classes to go into. They have track events that is racing. So jump into that. And you can see in this video exactly what I'm talking about. So as you see there, that guy just thinks they're out racing, almost hits the guy twice, cuts in front of him, is all over the place. You could see his car squirming all over. That is just a bad situation to be in. Again, if you're in that situation, pull into the pits, take a cruise, let him do his thing, or pull back 30 seconds and then get after it and have some fun. So those are the things I was thinking about. Track day etiquette. Everybody has run into these situations, and if you haven't, you will run into these situations at some point in your track day career, your track fun. It's just things that you need to look out for, whether you're the driver. So those are the things that you need to be aware of. Not only if you're the guy in front, but if you're the guy in back, you got to just be aware at all times, because you don't want to be in a situation where you're frustrating or doing wrong things and could cause an accident to the guy behind you and yourself. So just keep these things in mind at your next track day, and be aware, because it's going to make you a better driver. It's going to make you have more fun for that weekend or for that time you're at the track, and it's going to keep you safe. So again, thanks a lot for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like, comment below on things that might have happened to you at the track, the things that you've had to overcome that get frustrating, because you're going to run into them. But I appreciate it. Thanks for being part of the team, and Brock, go fast.